back, y'all. We're back. We're here for another episode of The Truth for My Son. So while I communicate with this client real quick, y'all already know it's that time. For those who haven't been tuning in, if you don't know, you're gonna know. Right now, it's your boy Chubb, aka Chubb the artist, Chubb Inks, Chubb Raps, CEO and creator of Chubb Studios, primary artist of Chubb Inks, and now more known as Chubb. For those who know me, know me. For those who know me from a kid, y'all know Chubby. But regardless, we here. And we back for another episode of The Truth for My Son. Whenever I start these, I have to kind of prep myself mentally because it's a lot. It's kind of why I only do it once a week. It's also why I try to wait till Sunday, because me and God have to talk after this. Me and God talk before this. I talk to God a lot more than the average, I can honestly say. Well, I'm about to crank up and get prepped for my next tattoo appointment. We're going to go ahead and knock out this episode. And if you've tuned in from last week, and even the week before that, I exposed some more truth, right? And once again, if you don't know where you can find it, if you ain't seen it before, you can always go to my Facebook. That's Chubb the artist, Chubb Raps. You go to my Instagram. You also can go to my TikTok, which is Chubb the artist. And you'll be able to see everything that I'm presenting once again here today. And also on my YouTube. And if you want to see that, let's bring that up real quick. Just so you guys can see the work that's been being put in with me just telling the truth. You know, me telling the truth about what happened to me in the simplest terms. Because some people feel like it's okay to try to tear other people down or sacrifice their character for whatever their particular purposes is. I don't know. Really don't care, right? Because I try to stay in my own lane. I don't try to bother nobody. I really try to focus on what me and mine doing, right? But here, you can see everything that I'm posting. It's all here. All you have to do is go right here. You can see all my videos. Most recent one right here, My Ugly Truth. Anytime I drop these videos, they right here. All right? They in the playlist right there. So as I'm sitting here dropping all of these, as you see, I'm dating them. From once I start here to where I really start getting deep into it after my son's birthday, which then stated that I can now tell the truth because my son is now 18. All of the paperwork and stuff that I had that was trying to protect my situation so that way people could somewhat behave. But then I learned the hard way that some people don't care about the law. They don't even care about rules, let alone doing things a way that ain't their own. You know what I'm saying? Whether they right or wrong, they don't care, right? They don't care who they hurt. They don't care who's in the way, as long as they get whatever it is they want. Whether it's money, relationship, time, effort, whatever. Don't know. Everybody got their own thing. In my case, I learned it was money, right? And my biggest culprit happened to be my own mama. That still blows me out every time, blows my mind every time I say it. Because once again, it always lead back to me feeling like, well, most people who got a mama always feel like that's the person they can lean on, that's the person they can fall back on, or that's the person that got their back. That wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? My motorcycle accident happened and all my people counted me out. All my own people started looking at me as a vegetable waiting to happen. I wasn't going to get back to walking because the doctor say he was not going to walk for at least 2 years and all this. I ain't care what them doctors say. I ain't care what nobody else was saying either. Because I knew me. I knew I was about to get up and I was going to get back on my feet and I was going to get these feet moving, okay? But yeah, we here now to where Chubb is doing more than just telling the truth. Chubb is exposing the truth because for the last 15 years, Chubb had to protect his own freedom from his own people. You say, what? From your own people? Yes, my mama, my baby mama, and now my son. These people. But it all starts with one. My mama. That's who started all this. And she was the one nitpicking and pulling on everybody's emotional strings to try to make them move the way she needed them to move. So whether these people realized it or not, they was pawns in a bigger game that I started to realize was happening in front of me, which is why I had to learn to protect my freedom. Why I'm here now, right? Because if I didn't protect my freedom, I wouldn't be able to talk to y'all. I probably wouldn't even be here talking to y'all right now. I've been in jail somewhere because I would have bite the bait a long time ago, right? But over time, I learned what I was dealing with firsthand. I learned I was dealing with a narcissist. I didn't even know what a narcissist was until I was in the middle of it. I've seen people have this behavior before. I've seen people cut up and do some weird stuff. But for me to be in the middle of it, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's real different. Not to mention, it's different when you already got other circumstances against you. Hence, the motorcycle accident. It's like, why make somebody's life hard when it's already hard? Especially being a black man in America. Like, what? Really? But anyway, we getting back to these facts, though, right? The reason why I'm getting to these facts because there's a lot of people who've been, like, trying to exploit my name and my character to try to make me look like some criminal, crazy, super abusive father and all this other craziness. It's like, why? Like, as they was like, what are you getting out of that? I know what y'all was getting. Y'all was getting some money. But when I stopped that, y'all felt like I shouldn't have my own money or me and my child shouldn't have what belongs to us. So you still go hard to destroy that. It's crazy. Sad part is I got a paper trail. I got more than a paper trail. I got a flash drive with all the information I had to do to protect myself. When you could see somebody had to do all this to protect themselves, shit, police reports after police reports after police report after police reports, you see all this? All this pertaining just to me trying to be a father. And as I said last time, I was dedicating this more to the young men who I felt like maybe dealing with a similar situation. Like I said, I dedicated it to the young Chubbs out there, to the Chubbs who didn't know what to do, didn't know how to move, didn't know what to do next, didn't know that they was fighting their own people, and didn't know how far some people will go. Which is why I'm sharing my story. Because somebody out there right now trying to figure out what to do next. Right? What to do next could be call the police, present your documents, make sure you record the situation in full. You can't get snippets. You can't try to clip nothing because we in the stage of AI right now. So you can't come half-stepping. And if they could tell us AI, you going to jail over some bull, especially the men. Females, they seem to get a pass still. I'm living witness to that. It's situations where I got hard proof left and right. They still give them the pass. And it's like, bro, I got evidence. I got proof. Oh, well, that's something you got to handle in civil court, or that's something you got to handle in family court, or you got to go to a different house. You got to go do it this way. I'm like, why? Because that's something to do with your baby mama and your mama. That's family court. No, it's not. That's criminal. They doing criminal stuff. But little stipulations like that make trying to pursue stuff like this hard. So if you don't know what you're doing, do your research. I'm going to say that first and foremost. Do your research. Because if you don't do your research, you're going to be just like a whole lot of other people behind bars for something they ain't even did. And I can only imagine the different stories that I've come across. 5, 10, 15, 20 years. People that have been in jail for something they ain't did. All because somebody say, hey, this happened like this. And they know it didn't. You're screaming to the top of your lungs, it wasn't me. I didn't do that. They lying. They know they lying. You know they lying. The police don't know they lying. The courts don't know they lying. It's a whole bunch of other people and officials and authorities who have to try to decipher right from wrong. But because it's a whole bunch of them and it's only one of you, they're going to always try to side with the majority over you unless you got hard, undisputable evidence. It's going to be exhausting. It's going to be tiring. It's going to be so annoying and irritating, and you ain't going to want to do it. I'm telling you this from experience, not because I thought about it. You know how irritating it is? You got to go to your mama's house and call for a police escort just to make sure nothing happened? You know how annoying it is that you got to prep yourself to be able to deal with these people at that level because you know they about to try to create a scenario just so they can try to point the finger at you and get you to react? That is exhausting. And then it made me even recollect more because then I found out it's not just me. This happened to my daddy too. And so many other fathers who went out there trying to play their position as a father, but the mother say no. For whatever reason, she say no. Now, in my case, I can be 100% honest. I know I did nothing wrong. I know I did nothing crazy to her, especially before this dang old motorcycle accident happened. I can say that with a clear conscience and hold my hands to the highest of Almighty and say, I know I did nothing wrong. You know why? Because I was prepping for my son. That's why when I go back, do I got my hard drive plugged in? Let me see. No, let me plug in my external hard drive. Because when I go back to young Chubb, when I go back to the Chubb before the accident, and we go to that Chubb where, hold up. So Chubb was kind of getting himself together. You telling me he was actually kind of already on point? Yeah, I really was. It wasn't like I got a little bit of money and then all of a sudden I started acting different and trying to dress nice. No, bro, I've been on that. And anybody who know me know I've been on that. That was always me. Even before my son was in play because I was getting ready for him. The boy had his room. We was getting everything ready before the accident. And the accident flipped my whole life upside down. And it wasn't because I was racing. It wasn't because I was doing nothing crazy. It was because I was trying to give somebody a tune-up for bike week. That's what really happened. I wasn't racing. I wasn't doing nothing crazy. It wasn't wet outside. It wasn't some random situation where a car cut us off. I did a tune-up on somebody's bike for Bike Week, and he was too anxious to just let me make sure the bike was okay. And by the time I realized we was in the corner, he was scared to turn, and before I realized what was going on, it was too late. He didn't want to lean and trap me on the outside corner and sideswipe me into the back of a parked car. That's how my accident really happened, for those who didn't know. That's what really happened to Chubb. You know? So for those who may think they know, that's what really happened. Okay? It wasn't no situation of me trying to be all willy-nilly and be out here wilding and doing the most. No. Like, I really just was trying to do my thing as a friend, somebody trying to help somebody. But that also lead me back to me showing how I could really like try to help people. I always seem to get the worst end of the stick, bro. I swear. So when I come here, and I can go all the way back, because you see this right here, this videos of my past. This is young Chubb, this is me, and man, me in college, bro, I was so skinny. I was stressing. People ain't even realize I was going through it. But I was in college. It's me in college.
You better hurry. It's going.
Okay. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Round and round. Round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. All day
long. Okay. Wheels on the bus go skeet, skeet, skeet. Skeet, skeet, skeet. The wheels on the bus go skeet, skeet, skeet.
I don't think they do that.
All day long.
Keep going.
A long song. All right, so I got in trouble in class, so I had to do a little goofy song because I was late. But that's what happened, all right? But you know what I'm saying? Like, to see me there and to see me now, it's like two totally different things, right? But I'm showing that because I had to keep track of myself because I didn't even understand what I was going through at that time, right? So I see some of my regulars starting to plug in. Welcome, y'all. We about to start getting deep in here for a second. And I'm about to pick up where I left off from those conversations between me and Leon Casey. And the reason why I'm speaking on that is because we come back to that truck of mine, right? Those who don't know, you're going to go to the Facebook, and you're going to see, like, when it used to be me and this little boy here, it used to be us, you know? Even before that, these type of the moments of us, right? They used to see me and him in that truck, that same blazer, right? That royal blue blazer. And the reason why I'm mentioning that royal blue blazer, because that's the same blazer that I bought from Mr. Leon Casey, right? And most of y'all know when I was out here grinding hard, doing my thing, pushing Chubb Studios, Chubb Inc., you know, just Chubb before all of this other stuff start popping off. And all this right here is college. This is college work. This is me putting in work, being on stage, being Chubb Raps. Y'all don't even know if I'm going through it on the other side of the fence. Y'all don't even realize the fight that I'm dealing with while I'm trying to produce this lifestyle for me and my son, for me and the child that I'm thinking I'm trying to create a legacy for, right? And as I'm trying to do all of this, I'm trying to create all of this. If you're listening, you literally hear how Leon Casey say, what's the story? I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you because you say you new here. So, like, right now I'm touching on Mr. Leon Casey, who is my mother's current husband, right? And the storyline here is, Quatis, I had a motorcycle accident, May 8th, 2007, right? I broke both legs. I broke my left arm. I broke my lower back, fractured my right ankle, punctured my left lung, and been in a coma for a week and a half. They pronounced me dead 3 different times, and I came back that night. 3 times in the same night. The doctors say I wasn't going to start walking for about 2 years. Most of my people counted me out. I know I had a little boy on the way. And I told the doctors the same way I told everybody who heard me say this. I don't care what none of y'all say. I got a little boy on the way. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to hold my son. Lula Mae Rivers, my mother, got a picture of me right now at that house somewhere where it's me in a body brace holding my son. And I'm talking about that hurt to do that at that time. Fresh staples. I'm talking about, you see this here? This right here is a rod, okay? There's a rod in this arm right now as I'm talking to y'all. There's a rod in both femur bones, okay? Matter of fact, if you haven't seen it, you can go right here to my Facebook and you can go to My Ugly Truth album and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. You go to the albums and you go to my motorcycle accident, right? When you go to my motorcycle accident, I literally got pictures of the x-rays. So when you see the x-rays, that's in there. That's in there right now. That's in there right now. And then you see this, right? That's how I stand now, right? So for me to have all that hardware in the body, and for these people, my mother, my baby mother, even my son, to watch me go through all this pain, go through all this struggle, learn how to walk again, go through, like, do y'all know how it feels to have to depend on somebody else to do the simple things in life again? I'm talking about, like, help you go to the bathroom. You can't even fix a bowl of cereal on your own. Bruh, that make you appreciate so much more, but it also make you go harder to try to get back to somewhat normal, right? Now, I did all of this to find out my baby mother was the first one that started all this, right? And I don't want to give her too much shine because she swear this is all about her anyway when it's not. This is about the fight that I had to fight to be with my son or to even try to be a father to my son. And as much as he is now upset, mad, and disgruntled because his daddy talking about what happened to him and he's in the front of it, well, son, if you wasn't lying with your mama and your granny, you wouldn't be implemented in all of this foolishness too. Which is why I have to protect my freedom. Because this has been 15 years of nonsense where I had to protect myself. And since you new here, I'm going to just give you a quick glimpse before I go into the recording for the day of how much work really had to be done. You see this here? I can start pulling. You see that there? Those are police reports on top of police reports on top of police reports. Court documentation on top of court documentation. Exhibit A, B. It's all here. If I don't keep up with this stuff, I would have been in jail a long time ago. Because as I said before, my biggest culprit and hater happened to be my own mama. And I'm like, why? Because I was getting money. I ain't even know been for me. Like, when you're 20 years old and you just starting to become an adult, I was living a decent life. 2 cars, 2 bikes, working a regular job, working a decent job at Coburg Dairy. I ain't in these streets. I ain't trying to do nothing crazy. I'm trying to make legit money so I don't have to look over my shoulder or worry about if the police trying to get me. But the lies, to help answer that, is about the fact that they keep trying to portray me as an abusive father while simultaneously claiming that I'm trying to fight them and attack them, but they simultaneously saying that I'm crippled enough to where I can't even take care of myself. So it's like, you can't be both. Like, I can't be helpless, and I can't be this madman trying to hurt everybody or trying to beat up my son because I'm now mentally disgruntled because I'm hurt from a motorcycle accident. Because that's one of the lies that's been told. Just one. I just had to debunk another lie that was told, if you go look back from 2 episodes ago, about how I supposedly got a video floating around of me beating up my stepdaddy, who I learned is a crackhead. Go figure. But that ain't the crazy part. The one who's spreading all these lies is my own mama. And you say, why? Why? Chubb, why is she doing all that? I'll tell you why. And once I tell you that, I'm going to go a little bit more just in depth so that way we can get to this recording. The reason why she did all this is because she used my identity to move funds into an account that I would never see while she was already charging me $500 a month while I was going through rehabilitation at her home. And it's like, hold up. So you was getting $5 from me, and then you was taking my son $6 without my knowledge. So you was getting $1,100 a month. And I'm going to say that again. $1,100. $1,100 for 3 years without my knowledge. And when I started to catch wind of what was going on, she immediately went into defensive mode, put me in this crazy predicament where she started making this false narrative, used my baby mother and her family as a way to try to weaponize the situation against me, cried and lied to my immediate cousins, claiming that I was trying to fight her. And when she realized that lie wasn't working, she flipped the lie to, oh, he trying to beat up his son, and I'm trying to protect his son because the daddy is now mentally disabled and he mentally disgruntled because he's hurt from this motorcycle accident. I'm like, what? How? Why? I got my... You see all that on that wall? Hold up. Do you see all of that? I graduated high school. I graduated college. I put myself through college. I put myself through high school. Every time it looked like things was about to fall off or fail for me, I found a way to make it work. And I did it legit. So when I start backtracking, I'm seeing this version of myself. All of this is after the accident. Because before the accident, I'm literally trying to figure out why I'm fighting so hard. Because I just finished a 3-year custody battle with my baby mama. And now I'm fighting 6 months, like immediately 6 months later, I'm fighting my biological mother for my son all over again. And I'm like, why? What's this about? Why all of a sudden you hiding my son from me? And every time I call the police, you know what they say? I'm sorry, sir. You're going to have to handle this in civil court. I just got finished with civil court. What is going on? Why am I dealing with this now? Why is she doing all this? And I'm trying to woosah just a little bit because it's so much. As I said, this is why I try to do it once a week, because when you have to deal with this, also broken legs, broken arm, you always got to factor that in first. I wake up in pain every day, okay? Every day. The cane ain't for play. It's not just like every day I wake up and I got to walk around with this thing, okay? I got to put one of these in my hand at times because I hurt, okay? It's not a game. I have to say that first. Secondly, after the accident, I find out my child's mother is not only treating me like trash, but she's sleeping around with whoever she feel like sleeping with in my vehicle. She riding around town in my car, doing what she doing. And I'm like, what? Man, ain't no way you handling me like this and I take you out your mama house and pull you in my mama house and put us in our own house. You doing all of this for what? Because you think I'm about to be a vegetable out here? Yeah, you thought I was going to be a vegetable out here. And I wasn't. I started bouncing back. But aside from that, just getting onto that slightly is after I figure out what she doing, she tell me I can't see my son no more. After I find out she cheating on me. Excuse me. How that work? How that work? I find out you cheating on me, but you kick me out of our house and tell me I can't see my son no more. What? But then we fast forward 3 months. Now she dropping my son off to the front door. And right now we're going to get back to you, son, because I know y'all listen. I know your mama lurking. I know y'all paying attention. This is what really happened. She dropped you off at the front door crying. And I'm like, yo, what's up? Why you dropping off my son? You just been playing keep away with him for the last 3 months. I can't explain right now, Chubby. Chubby, I can't explain. Just I know they gonna be safe with you because she ain't just drop you off, son. She dropped your big sister off too. At that time, she was only 2.5 years old, just about to turn 3. I'm like, yo, she just dropped the kids off. I'm saying, hey, at this time, Lula Mae was known as Mama. I said, Mama, why Octavia dropped the kids off? Why she dropped the kids off? I don't know what's going on. Let me find out what's going on. I'm like, whoa, something wrong. Before you know it, it's all on the news. Other people telling me what's happening. And then one day, her big brother come to my house and tell me exactly what happened. So it's me trying to guess on what happened. I know what happened. I know exactly what happened, how it happened, and why it happened. So y'all can't tell me, oh, he just think he know what he talk about. No, your big brother came to my house, sat down with me and told me exactly what happened because he was scared to go back to jail. When a man's scared to go to jail, they'll tell you a lot sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep that at that. But Mr. Leon Casey is what I'm really focusing on today as I'm about to get into this recording, because after I purchased this vehicle from him, mind you, for those who know me, I had no problem buying cars and motorcycles. I was selling cars and motorcycles like this, 18, 19, 20. But this is the only vehicle that I tried to get out of Lula Mae's name and she wouldn't let me, and I couldn't understand why. I bought the truck straight out. I paid cash for the truck from her husband. I said, I don't care if my insurance going to be high. I want the truck to be in my name. I ain't trying to have it in nobody else's name. I want control of my stuff. No, just leave it in my name. The insurance could be cheap, blah, blah, blah. Listen, no, man, like, I know we in the house right now, but I want my truck to be in my name. I want control of my stuff, so when I'm ready to go, ain't no problems. No, just leave it in my name. All right. When I go in, I got to take it out your name, which I didn't realize that was a setup. It was a setup. The reason why it was a setup, because she used it against me. First chance she got. And I mean the first chance she got. So, to really shine light on how this all started, the day after Thanksgiving, 2012, is how it all started. And that's when my mother went out her way to lie to her husband, lie to my baby mama, lie to her family, lie to my family, lie to anybody who would listen, claiming that I didn't want my baby mama to see her son. And I was like, hold up, that's so far from the truth. I really want her to be a better role model and a better mother to our son, but she don't need to have access to our son the way she had it, because clearly she got a hand problem and she could seem to have a very, very bad problem with making decisions. And I speak on that because when I was in a comatose state, I literally was more worried about who gonna be there to take care of my son the right way if I'm not. Because that's what brought me back. That's what held me to this world. That's what said, Chubb, you can't go yet. That's why me, Jesus, had a talk at the tree of life. Yeshua, whatever you want to call him. When I was dead and I was on the other side of the veil, we had a talk. And that talk pertained of a few things, but the one thing he said to me is, you ain't done yet. And I'm somewhere else. That one quote, "You ain't done yet," stuck with me when I came back. Because when I came back to tubes in my chest, staples in my arms, staples in my legs, a broken back, broken legs, broken arm, and I don't even know how I got there. I don't know why I'm in the hospital. All I could do was cry. I mean, I can't cry now. I done been through too much to even cry. Like, I'm in pain on levels y'all don't understand that. It's like, cry for what? For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I come down and I speak on me being a father, being a man, trying to be a good person, most of y'all who do know me, y'all know me from my artwork now. Y'all know me from music, or y'all know me from, because y'all get dope tattoos from me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Chubb Inks. But I'm grateful to say I've done well over 1,000 tattoos in the last 10 years of me being a tattoo artist. And most people know I had the skills of being an artiste long before I started this tattoo life. Okay? I've been an artiste first and foremost. Rapping came because that was a passion too. And Chubb Raps was definitely a well-known thing. But it's hard to be Chubb Raps when you can't even find a place to lay your head. And that's why when I speak on this thing with Mr. Leon Casey, this man came to me and told me, "Your mama tell me to take the keys out the car." And I'm like, why y'all touching my truck? Why are y'all playing with my keys? Why y'all playing with my vehicle? Why she take my son out the car? What is this about? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are y'all touching my truck? So I'm like, man, all right, you know what? Y'all done show me what y'all could do. I'm out. Me and my son, we gone. Y'all could do what y'all want to do in this house. When I said that, this man laughed at me. That ain't gonna never, that's always right here. I say, me and my son, we out. Y'all can do what y'all want to do in this house. He said, "What you gonna do about it? You all mess up anyway." Oh, y'all, I had want to jaw him in his mouth right there on the spot. But I said, you know what? Y'all boy underestimate me because of this motorcycle accident. I'm going to show y'all better than I can tell you. I can do for me and my son regardless of what y'all think. Y'all underestimate me a lot, but I promise you, bro, I hurt myself hurting you. Like, don't play with me. Like, I break my fist on your face, bro. Like, don't care. But it's like, instead of taking it to that level, I try to separate myself. My problem is, every time I try to separate myself, they throw some bull stuff at me. I'm trying to be as PG-13 as I can with this so I can put this on all sites without being, you know what I'm saying, blocked for whatever reason. But once again, all I'm doing is exposing the truth. So, to get into tonight's evidence, if you was listening for last week, you heard Mr. Leon Casey talk about how he took the keys out the car. He evicted me. It wasn't my mama who told him to evict me. He claimed it was him. But then he contradicted himself multiple times in the conversation. So when you listen to it, you'll be able to see for yourself, right? But I'm about to let this play because I'm about to send to my clients. And I'm going to let y'all listen to this while we listen to this together. But here it is. We about to go into part 2 of this conversation between me and Mr. Leon Casey. Here it is. And make it hard for me to move in the streets so that way I couldn't get any help. So that way people wouldn't give me any chance with a job, anything with school. Like, you tell somebody that? Yeah, multiple times. So I had to separate myself. If I ask you them questions, she gonna tell me a lie or say she didn't say it. I don't care. You're telling me something different. She's telling me something different. But that's all right. You know why? That's why I got it recorded. That's why I got the conversations. I got the conversations. I know there ain't no conversation because I don't believe in that damn forward thing y'all doing. You're right. I don't either. But I gotta play her game against her. I gotta play her game against her because I see exactly what she's doing. She's literally recording parts and then she's basically stopping when she does her dirt. She's only telling the parts that I'm doing, not what she's doing.
Yeah. I'm telling you how to get your son back.
Oh, I got it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You got to ask, hold up. You got to come to your son in a different way. You got to leave your mama out of the picture. Come to your son in a better way than you doing.
I've been trying to. I really was. But for some reason, my mother keep putting herself in the middle. She keep putting herself in between me and my son. Like, it's sad when I get the fact that she's telling me that my son still got 3 more months of probation when I know he only has 6 months. But why are you still trying to keep my son in your possession? And still down hard lie. Like, I reached out to the supervisor yesterday and I got exact date of when my son got let off probation on March 26th. And then I call her about it. And she blatantly tells me, I ain't get no letter. I ain't get this. But you knew. You knew so much that you was even going to have D'Angelo babysit the probation officer Dom's grandson.
Yeah.
You knew. So why are you still lying?
I didn't know that.
You didn't, but she did. But she did.
My thing about right now, all this going on, I don't even want to talk about it because this is the best thing for you want to talk about how to get your son.
You're right. And I'm going to do that. But it's sad she's still putting everybody in the middle.
Chubby, you're talking over me when I'm trying to talk.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Yeah. The best way to try to get your son is you got to talk to your son. When you used to get him or when you can get him or side by side or one-on-one, you can't threaten him and tell him this is what you're going to knock his behind.
Listen.
He need a good whipping. I know he need a good whipping. But you got to be a little bit smarter than that than the way you came out. Came out to him.
All right.
Like that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So, Leon, that is not me and his relationship. That is not me and his relationship. Like, me and his relationship is not me beating him up all the time. He's doing that.
I say all the time is all the way I see.
No, I understand that. I understand that because the last time you literally see me was yesterday. Because y'all don't see me because I don't want y'all to see me. I don't see me because I'm only there for my son.
Big facts.
So in this moment, you're right. I look like the evil villain that just beat his son because that's the only and last time you see me. But me and my son, our relationship ain't like that. It's just that I'm the only person who's being disciplined for him because, as you say, my mama ain't disciplining him. And she's not letting you discipline him. She ain't letting nobody discipline him until he gets with me. That's when he gets disciplined.
I told him your mama that all the time.
So now I'm the big bad guy.
I ain't calling nobody nothing.
I ain't say you did.
All I'm telling you is how to get your son back.
And I'm going to do that.
She telling me about your mama saying this, your mama saying that. I ain't even talking about that.
No, but you told me.
I'm telling you how to get your son back.
No, I'm letting you know though.
Your son.
Because you just told me I crossed the line when I took the tags off your car. I'm telling you why.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what I didn't know. Well, I know that. But I didn't remember all that what you're talking about right there.
You don't remember that.
And I'm going to tell you something different because I didn't remember.
Okay.
But don't say your mama tell.
You just told me my mama told you.
What you said the other day? I don't remember all exact words I say nowadays, but back then.
No. I wrote it down, bro. Like, I had to write it all down because I was in the process.
What did you say?
Your words to me were, you gonna let that boy see his mama, Chubby. I done been through this. You don't need to be sitting here stopping that boy from seeing his mama. I said, whoa. I don't know what my mama told you, but that is not what I said, and that is not what I'm doing. Hold on, please get out of my way, because my son is in the truck. And you was like, no, let that boy see his mama. And I'm like, Leon, please move out the hallway, because I left my truck running, and my son is in the back seat. And you like, no, let that boy see his mama. And that's when I realized that you were literally holding me in the hallway so my mama could smuggle him out of my truck.
That's what was happening. And then when I get to the door, please let me finish. Because this still sits on my mind and on my heart with y'all. Because when I get to the door, I see my mama taking my son. I see her taking him out the truck. And I see little mama helping him. And I start screaming, y'all really gonna do this? Y'all really gonna do what y'all want? Y'all really gonna just take my son? Y'all gonna take my son? And Mini-Me starts crying, I want my daddy. I want my daddy. I want my daddy. And she still take my son. She still take him. And you say, Ann, take that boy, because I can't hold him that much longer. You need to go ahead and take that boy wherever you go take him, Ann. And I'm like, wow, Leon, I thought you were better than that. I didn't think you was going to sit there and do what she wants you to do. Like, you ain't even know the whole truth.
He about to,
I don't think you say that. I don't remember saying that.
You said it.
This is why I've been so upset with all of y'all. Because y'all did what y'all wanted to do with my son.
The only person I knew your mama was going to see is Octavius. And that's what I said. Let him go see his mother.
Exactly. But you ain't... Right. You saying let him... Exactly. Take that boy to wherever you go take him at, Ann. She ain't tell you the conversation we had. She ain't tell you none of that. But then you're telling me that she was coming to the house. So the whole point was she was going to take him. It wasn't no her coming to the house in the first place.
Look here. I ain't giving all that about you like your mama was about him. I'm talking to you about your son.
And I'm going to get him.
All you want. I really don't care.
I'm going to get him. You're right. And I don't care neither.
I'm going to get him. Get him better than that. You can't come to my house and force him out of the house. Because the minute y'all do that stuff again, I'm going to let the white man handle it.
Yeah.
Right then.
Don't worry. I already am. It's cool. I got it.
Just let them handle it. Let them handle it. And y'all take care of it. Y'all go through the proper procedures to get your son back. But it ain't going to be no forceful beating up on that boy or nobody.
Ain't no beating up. My son just got a butt cut.
You call that discipline. I call that discipline, but you just take it a little bit too far. That's all. All that running back and forth about he say.
Right.
Well, that shit is gone for me. I go to sleep at night every night. And sleep hard too. So that worry about what people think about me or what I say 10 years ago don't bother me no more.
Right.
So all that crap you hold it on to your anger and bullshit, you let that go. You can't let it go because you worry about this. You got such anger in your heart because we take your son. If you want to call it that way, you call it that way. I'm telling you how to get your son back, but you got to come through about it in a different way than that. If you don't want to be with me or be with Ann or talk with Ann, that's all. That's fine and dandy with me. But if you want your son back, that's my wife, and I got to be with my wife. I'm going to stick with my wife. Now, some of the things she said to you, and I get the other end of the story, I'm playing the he say, she say shit. Because you say one thing and he say one thing. So I ain't going to believe none of y'all. I'm going to go by what I see.
Right.
Now, I told you what I think, and if that's wrong, that's wrong. I'm a man enough to apologize. If you think I did it or I took it up, but I took that up, I took the initiative to pick it up. Because I feel that you're supposed to take up my stuff and you didn't, because I ain't had nothing to do with that situation.
Right. My truck neither, but go ahead.
Whatever you feel about that, how do you feel about that? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe because I don't remember that. But it don't happen. I'm a man enough to say if I did something to you wrong, I'm wrong. I'm going to apologize to you. I don't want to apologize. You shouldn't be apologizing to you before. I should be apologizing to you with your mama. But still, all three of y'all right there. But y'all need to meet you in the damn front of this.
Right.
People, y'all want to jump over talk each other. But look here, bro. I'm going to talk to D'Angelo tonight. And I'm going to ask him, do you want to go back with you? he want to go back with you, and he's going to say no. I know he's going to say no. I ain't going to put him. I'm going to put him by himself. Do you want to go back with you? Do you want to go back with you? But from what I seen that happened there Sunday, he's scared of you. And he ain't going to do it. And if he can't, if you put a cop up in the front of all this mess, and that cop said he don't want to go with you, he can't go with you. And the cops don't agree with me. So, I don't know how y'all want. I don't know. It might not get with me. It might tell him to go. Might tell you to go ahead and take it. I don't know. I don't get into all that.
That's exactly what happened.
My kids ain't with me today because I'm hard discipline. They ain't coming out, and there's something I don't get. But still yet, a man see things different from a woman. She loved that boy. I like that boy too. Well, that's your son. And you love him too, you probably love him more. But still yet, somebody gotta have a hand in the bunch.
Right.
You've been so heated Sunday, and been so heated Sunday, none of y'all gonna think straight. Everybody got their rumor down there that I'm a drunk, I'm a this, I'm a that.
You are.
A drunk ain't working the same job for 27 years. And I've been to warn y'all when y'all was kids.
Yes, they do.
Ain't none of y'all daddy had been around here. And ain't nobody stopping from coming around here.
Oh, yes, they did.
So for people to go out and say what I am or what I do, that's my opinion, that's my business. In my house, wherever I do that. But the bottom line is, I really don't know how to tell D'Angelo that your daddy still loves you and want to go with you because of what you did the other day. And that's a problem. I'm leaving your mama out of this situation. That's something y'all gonna have to figure out.
All right. We will.
And you can't just have them when you want to have them. I mean, it's done that way now. So, however you work that out, y'all smarter than me than I am. Y'all figure that out. And I released your son to you a long time ago.
Right.
Now, whether your mama say it and believe it, that's her thing. I don't know. But you need to have your son. I know you need to have your son, and you ain't letting go.
And that's why I say that man is not who he say he is in the house. You can hear the confusion in his own conversation about what he believe happened or what he want to believe happened. He know what really happened. I know what really happened. And as much as they try to focus on one day where I had to take a belt to my son because he was wilding to the extreme. So much so, he had a steak knife in school, and I got to show up to make sure he don't get tried as a man in the state of South Carolina. But they ain't want to talk about that. No. They ain't want to talk about that. We got one last piece of this. I'm going to get at y'all next week. It's 2 little 8-minute conversations just to finish off what happened with me and Mr. Casey here. But once again, truth is more for you, son. And for anybody who are like you who may need this. Because I tell my story not just to put my own story out there so that way people will know the truth. But also to stop a whole bunch of other people from pushing more lies. If I expose the truth for what it is, most people will hear that lie and be like, let me see who this person is. Let me see what they talking about. And when they see everything that I done did since July, they gonna know y'all lying. I got 15 years of documentation 15 years. Of me protecting my freedom. Of me showing not just my son, but the world, I've been being a daddy. Even with all of this going on. I digress. But I'm still productive. And I'm going to end that on that note. Being productive. I hope y'all being productive. I'm about to go be real productive. I got some tattoo work I'm about to tap on. So, y'all tune in next week. Catch the last little bit of that conversation between me and Mr. Casey. And if you haven't, for those who are new here, go check out the other videos. Go see from start to finish. Since July 13th, 2025 is when I started this. Every Sunday I've been here. Dropping facts. Dropping evidence. Dropping real proof on whether it make me look bad or look good. But it's the truth. It's not what other people want you to believe. Because these people been acting real wild out here. And they good for throwing that rock and hiding their hand. But when you dealing with a Chubb, don't do me like that. And son, you know I say this a lot. Don't play with my intelligence. Don't play with my integrity. Because that's exactly how I felt. In every one of these situations, they must think I'm stupid. I am far from it. And I thank God for making me intelligent. Till next week, y'all. Chubb out.